What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. If you don't know who I am, that means you're new. I'm Mark. Let's go with y'all. Go check out my other videos. Check them out. Check them out. But first, stay on this one. This one's actually kind of important. We're seeing pretty much tyranny in action, and this is a perfect example. This is the honest, true definition of tyranny. All right. Now, y'all read the title. I'm sure you guys, can take a wild guess about what the video is about. This video is going to be about the New Mexico governor and how she decided to use a quote-unquote health crisis, which isn't really a health crisis. It's, a violence problem, which can definitely be handled other ways than disarming everyone else. All right, now I'm sure you're wondering, what do you mean disarming everyone else? How did she do that? Well, here's why. She put a ban on all forms of carrying a firearm, or at least out in public. Out in public. So that's open and concealed. Hold the fuck on. I'm sorry, but I just have to point this out. I believe it was the last video I went over what the Second Amendment says. If I don't need to go back there, I don't need to go back and rewatch the video myself, but I know for a fact, all right, that the Second Amendment, that shit says keep and bear arms. Look, I went over what bear means and how it is used, especially back in that time frame. It is meant to possess, to have on your person. So she entirely is going against the Second Amendment. There's a certain level where it's like, okay, gun control laws, that's, obviously that's an infringement. That's against the Second Amendment. There's no doubt about that, right? But you're banning people from carrying, banning law-abiding citizens. Here's the thing, guys, right? Those who hear about these types of things and say, you know what, I'm going to listen, I don't want to get in trouble, those people are what are known as law-abiding citizens. In other words, they don't break the laws. They don't want to go to jail. They don't have any, desire to take that risk of going to jail. So what are the people who are law-abiding citizens going to do? They're going to not carry, and the people who are going to break the laws anyways, they're going to carry. They're going to. I promise. I guarantee it, guys. They are going to. And it's, God, man, I feel so bad for the New Mexicans. I do. One of the good things is that I believe the group is called the National Gun Rights Association. They are suing her. That is always good. They are not tolerating none of that. And if I'm not mistaken, they're citing the Bruen case. Just in case for any of y'all wondering those little details. So she's already getting sued because of this. On top of that, from statements I have at least read, all right, now of course these could be false statements. You know what I mean? There's plenty of what could, what ifs and all that. However, from what I heard from certain statements by law enforcement officers in the state of New Mexico, the sheriff's offices don't really plan on enforcing that. The local police departments don't really plan on enforcing that. As a matter of fact, a good few of them have openly said, no, it's actually going to be the actual state police's problem. We're not dealing with this shit. All right, we're not going to do that shit. That's stupid. Because what does that do? That gives them the right. All right, that gives the police the right to just see anybody who may have a, odd bulge on their body. That could be from anything. All right. Now, I don't want to, take it to a sad, point or a sad tone, but I'll be 100% honest with you. All right. My stepdad, right? And no, I'm not saying my mom's current fiance, but my stepdad, who passed away when I was a kid, he was, I don't remember how old he was, but he was in his 40s. 12, I was 11, I think. I was 11, turning 12, I believe. Um, but long story short is that he died of cancer. It was a long battle for him. Cut the I'll make the story short because it has nothing to do with realistically what I'm saying. But he fought colon cancer for a long time, was in remission. 2 weeks before his 5 year mark, which would have him out of remission and considered cancer free, it came back. It got real bad, spread to his lungs and his brain. And I'm trying to go through it quick because I get a little emotional talking about it because he was a good guy. But then the cancer took him. He passed away. My point is that the entire time I knew this man, he had a colostomy bag because he had colon cancer. So he had a shit bag, y'all. I mean, I don't know if you know people who have shit bags, but it's it's kind of noticeable unless they wear super loose clothing. Which, granted, this guy did, but he was a big guy as well, so super loose clothing still kind of just fit him normally. So and I love the dude to death, you know what I mean? But it was if, if some police wanted to be dicks and had that right, they definitely could have been like, oh, dude, we don't know what that is, you know what I mean? How do we know you don't have a gun on you, you know what I mean? They could have been real assholes and do shit like that. But the problem that I'm getting at is that, this ban on carrying essentially allows the state police to do that to individuals. It can be from anything from just some of those people who like to have phones on their on their hips. Let me see here. It can as I said, be from maybe cancer patients or I get there's multiple ways to end up with a colostomy bag. I know people who got shot and ended up with one. I know people who got beat too bad in a specific way and they got stabbed, I believe, too, and ended up in one. So there's a lot of ways, but ending up in a shit bag, that's not anatomical bulge, realistically speaking, that would give them, the opportunity to just stop and hassle you for no reason. Let me see here. Okay, I actually knew some people with heart conditions. They had to, not some, I knew one person with a heart condition. And very brief time period that I've known them. However, there was a machine. It would always just keep track, make sure that their shit was all good, and that that had to stay on them 24/7. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know, guys. There's so many problems with this aspect here of giving this much power to just any form of authorities in that sense. And when I say any form of authorities, realistically speaking, I'm talking about law enforcement authorities. So giving that power to be able to just stop and search random people because they think they might have something but can't prove it. So, but they think, and you put this ban in effect so they can do it now. That's absolute fucking bullshit. I don't care what anybody says or how they want to sit here and try to dictate it. And here's the thing: whenever I say stuff like this, people, seem to think, oh well, he doesn't care about the situations that have happened that caused this ban or whatever to be put into effect. I do. All right, I know what the situations were. It was a couple of shootings that left children dead, and I feel sorry for the loss of those children. I feel horrible for their families. That is a very horrible thing to go through. However, why does you losing your child mean I have to lose my rights as a whole? And I hope the New Mexicans stand up and say, nah, we're not dealing with that shit. I really hope they do. I hope they get their governor out of office because anybody who would sit there and even suggest, oh, well, to stop gun violence, let's go ahead and make the targets weaker and strip their rights of carrying. Yeah, she needs to be out of office. Kick her. Get her the fuck out, man. Get her out, bruh. So, oh my God. I just feel so bad for the New Mexicans. I don't know how else to say it. I hope y'all stand up and say, fuck that. I hope y'all do. I hope you do. I hope you do it peacefully. I have to say that. I hope you do it peacefully. However, I hope you demonstrate. I'm trying to think of it the correct way to say it. You know what? I got it. I want you to demonstrate a peaceful fuck you. That's the best way to put it. With that being said, I think that about wraps it up for this video. Me try to see if there's anything else here I wanted to bring up particularly in this video. I think that about covers it. First up, before I end the video, shout out in the name. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gonna lie, I've been wearing the hell out of this shirt. Y'all know that. However, it's a good fucking shirt, and I had multiple of them. One of them I have to fix because I got a hole in it on accident. But that's not the point. I'm just babbling here. Sorry, y'all. With that being said, y'all go ahead and make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit that bell. When you hit that bell, hit all. And because you are like me, all right, you are like all of us all of us here who support each other in this community that I have started to build. Because guess what? I got over 180 subscribers. That's a community, y'all. All right. I appreciate every one of y'all in this community because you were like us in this community and you were like me and you agree entirely that this is absolute fucking bullshit, that the New Mexican governor has absolutely no right to sit here and take that right of carrying your firearm away from the citizens of New Mexico. Then go and check out the podcast channel, Adam's channel, Centerfire Podcast, Gun Nut TV. Y'all know what the deal is. Y'all make sure to stay legal, stay safe, stay dangerous. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.